Okay, welcome to all of you. Myself, Dr. B.S. Misra. We are discussing on the topic of collective bargaining. Now, this one is for BBA 6th semester, HR specialization, Group B, and this one is the paper code 602. Now, welcome on topic collective bargaining. What is the collective bargaining? Collectively, whenever in the industrial establishment, union representatives and the employer representatives discuss regarding betterment of the employees, union members on the behalf of individual, on the behalf of group, on the behalf of the union. There are four equations. Number 1, individuals. Number 2, groups. Number 3, trade union. Number 4, multi-trade union. Discussion on the behalf of the individual. Individual discussion related to the discrimination of the system by the system to the implies benefits, implies procedures, implies rights. Group also refers to the constitutional fundamental rights according to the decided by the governance, according to the decision by the organizational system, according to the acceptance by the union members and the organization. Trade union discuss on the behalf of the bargaining procedures in the sake of union members, in the sake of the union, under the legal procedures whatsoever fundamentally prescribed and described by the constitutional for the maintaining the rights, maintaining the system, maintaining the relation among the employer and employees. If establishment bearing multi unions and unions are discussed to the employers, so the objectives of union is under the sense of unionism, under the sense of the democratic benefit, democratic system, democratic nature. In the ideological provisions, each and everybody liable to right, gain, benefit whatsoever made by agreement to the representatives of the union. So, who is the representatives of the collective bargaining? Collective bargaining represent कौन करेगा? इस बात के लिए हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. Those people who have the competent authority, those people who have the competent authority, and authority is delegated by the competent forum, competent person, competent system, by the competent manner. By the competent manner means a competent person, like that the trade union leader. Now, trade union leader means elective leaders, means the supporting phenomena and the establishment of the unionization under the system of democracy, and he have the full-fledged power. He have the power of democracy phenomena, and that trade union leader discuss to the representatives of employers, with the sense of bargaining held between the parties. What is the reason why they discussing? Any types of the conflict, any types of the dissatisfaction, any types of the differences, any types of the system discrimination, any types of the relations, means procurement related, establishment related, relation related, group relation, humanistic discrimination, human rights, behavioral discrimination, procurement related, whatsoever come in force of the procurement related procedures are liable to the discuss in the case of the illegal implementation. In the case of the illegal rights, in the case of the discrimination of rights regarding to the trade union members by the democratic fundamental. So, collective bargaining provides a better amicable result between the parties for the sense of unionization in the sake of organizational objective, in the sake of the employees growth, in the sake of the organizational growth, in the sake of the organizational image, in the sake of the quality production. So, this one is necessary for the satisfaction and minimization of differences among the participants in the establishment with the sake of the maximization of economic status of the organization. So, initially 1891 this one is discovered by the Batrasic Babes. Babes is one great philosopher who introduced the system of industrial relation. Initially we discussed about the welfareism. First concept arises welfare concept. Who perform better, who is quality better, who is feedback better, they are liable to the welfare. Either if there were any types of miserable condition, then welfare system is help to him. Secondary, there is the discrimination by the system, by the supervisor, by the different stages, and this welfarity is the produce illegalities in the identification of the better person, in identification of the competent person. So, secondary, personal management, completely legal procedure, whatsoever legal procedure. 19 welfare and 1940 comes by the personal management, complete legal procedures, each and everything establishments to benefits, economic benefits, any other types of legal requirements, behavioral, social, economics, each and everything come in the force of the implement by the system. And this one is the create different types of dissatisfaction, different types of implementation disorder. Each and everybody not like to these types of people's, human beings wants to something flexibility. So, we raise the human resource management in 1980. Babes describe welfareism is also necessary, system of personal management is also necessary. This one is the one portion for the small industry and big portion there where they like to do differentiation, categorization of the job and job responsibility. HRM refers to the maximization of the potential, maximization of the satisfaction, maximization of quality, maximization of interpersonal relation, but there were the flexibility. So, something is like relations between parties, relation between the senior and supervisor and middle level management to the apex level management to managing director, whatsoever the status decided by the organizational structure. So, top management and the group general management, middle management, officers, supervisors, workers. Workers' responsibility work their job. Supervisors' responsibility supervise their the quality their sickness, promote, protect and the help to him. Officers recognize and perform their duty whatsoever decided by the system. Middle level management having the power for the implementation. Then so implementation procedures having these column. Group level management having the strategification. Top level management vision, mission and the total responsibility. Total responsibility. Whatsoever vision decide, be part of mission, accept and be part of this strategify according to the planning, policies making and the strategification and implement these things. Then differences between the implementation, strategification and others. These two portions having created the differences, a worker demanding some rate of economics according to the growth of the nation, according to the growth of the economic of the nation, according to the growth of the economy of the national level of the nation. They also workers demanding the growth of the salary, the growth of the welfareism, the growth of the productivity, the growth of the best valuation of accountabilities and maximize their career development. So if workers prove himself, then this one is the right of workers. He make better and he promote, he like to the upgrade to career development, economics and others. If organizational administration say to him, there is no policy, there is no policy to the upgradation of the system, this one is the discrimination, means policy based discrimination. If implementation provisions में like that, a worker is not capable to any types of physical and mental phenomena due to the such circumstances, either health, either any type